Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to our Monday night Subbox Monday streaming type stuff. So we've got a slightly different camera setup this evening. Pete the Priest straight in there with the high dream and the say my name.
What's three, so you have to read about.
Oh, eat a Malteser, hydrate and say my name. Now then. So, eat a Malteser here because it was Father's Day yesterday. I have a nice big box of Maltesers. This is the second box of Maltesers. This is one I bought myself. And little Mr MLG got me another box of Maltesers, but I totally demolished that yesterday. So we're going to...
This is one I had to buy myself.
No, I bought this myself before I knew I was getting any chocolate for Father's Day. So here we go. I'm going to have a Malteser. There we go. Line one up on the side. Hydrate, there we go. And hat me, there we go. And what do I have to do for say my name, my darling?
I have to say Pete the Priest's name.
Hi Pete the Priest, how you doing? Hat me! Right then, so tonight we're going to be painting this lady.
So among all the Eat Maltesers, Hydrate, Say My Name and Hat Me, there might be some painting, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, yeah, excuse me. Sorry everybody. So, I've seen Pete the Priest, Tony Howell, Moxie, was J-Star in here, and Fizzy Wizzle, and I'm sure there was somebody else. I do apologise if I have not mentioned you. So we're going to be painting this lady from the sub box. So she is 77041. She is the Harpy. And what I'm going to try and do this evening, I'm going to set myself a little bit of a challenge because I realised that I haven't actually done my limited palette for the Reaper Challenge League. So I'm going to try and combine these things. And paint this lady with an extremely limited palette. So because this month, normally in a month, they tell you what colours you can use. So you can have a brown and a purple and an orange or whatever. But this month they said pick your own. And you can use black and white and then 3 other colours. So I'm going to use black and white. And then I'm going to use yellow, red and blue. And I'm going to try and mix these colours to do everything I need to do on this mini. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge. But we're going to try and get it done. And I need to get her finished by... Saturday.
27th.
Yeah, Saturday. So or Sunday. So I need to get as much done as possible. Thanks, Crafty Gobbo. Right, I'm going to take my hoodie off because I'm getting a bit warm.
Tony says, this is a classic comic opening to the stream. Well, we do try, Tony. We definitely don't take ourselves seriously, do we?
Oh,
hi, Crafty.
Definitely not. Oh, Maltesers. Good.
Yum, 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 yum.
Do like a Malteser.
Oh, there might be extra hydrates because it might make it difficult for you to talk if all you're eating is chocolate.
Right, so we're going to try and paint this lady with 5 colours.
Hi, Gerald.
Good evening.
Hi, all. I'll probably be popping in and out while I'm at work. Love the hat. Yes, hat me redeemed already. I can't remember. I think it was Tony, but please forgive me if it wasn't. Right.
Just excuse me a second. I need to get my other pair of glasses.
Who said in the Discord that they loved the fact that you were doing your deep evil dragon voice on Skyrim whilst wearing that hat.
Yeah. We do try.
Very trying. What are you doing?
I was just going to wipe my glasses. Can I take this hat off yet? Have I had it on for a minute? Oh, look how much grey hair I've got. You're going to have to cut my hair again.
But you have grey hair. That is the colour. Yeah. The colour of your hair is grey.
I know. Right.
It's a perfectly acceptable colour.
Excuse me. Different glasses. Right. So let's get on with the mixing. So we're going to start off with some holly berry, which is this nice bright red, and then I'm going to mix into that a bit of yellow, and then we're also going to have a dab of blue going on, so we can try and get a bit of so yellow is Mrs MLG's favourite yellow, pale saffron. Is it still your favourite?
Yeah.
And then we're going to use some ultramarine blue, just tiny little blob of that.
Which is my favourite blue.
Yeah. Cool. All of these colours are off Mrs MLG's paint table because I didn't get any out of the cupboard. I was confused.
Why were you confused?
Oh, because I'm easily confused. Geralt said that's a
you-
nice mini. Are you talking about the Harpy?
Well, what else would he be
I
talking
don't, oh.
Oh, look at all those other miniatures that Geralt could possibly be talking about.
Yeah.
Or did you think he meant mini hat?
Yeah, I don't know. Right. So we're going to use the dirty brush.
Are you going to explain what the Reaper Challenge League is and why?
No, I'm going to let you explain what the Reaper Challenge League
and
is
why
because
you're
you're much
using
better.
a limited palette. And, okay. Well, I think most of the people in chat already know what it is and join in. It's very, very fun. So, oh, you have to eat Malteser. Eat Malteser. I hope you got enough Maltesers for eating all these Maltesers. Yeah. I put in the description, I think, for eating a Malteser that it would stop me eating your Maltesers if you ate all the Maltesers. Reaper Challenge League, awesome, wonderful, fantastic Reaper Miniatures. We are not sponsored. It would be very nice, but we are not. We have to buy our own minis to paint. But they do a Reaper Challenge League, and we tend to join in because it's fun, gets the creative juices flowing, and we like painting miniatures. So one of the categories for each month is limited palette. So you're only allowed to use 3 Reaper colours and black and white. So that is what Mr MLG is doing currently on this Reaper Harpy. The Reaper Harpy is part of June's Reaper subscription box, of which we make and send out, lovingly create and craft them with our own fair hands and send them to your door, so you have a box of awesomeness arriving on your doorstep every month to paint. And also it's super cool to paint for the Reaper Challenge League because it's full of Reaper miniatures. What made you choose the primary colours then?
I just thought, well, I'll tell you what it was, actually. I saw a little clip on Facebook last night of Angel Giraldez where he was painting a whole miniature using just 3 colours and he mixed all his flesh tones and everything out of it, and I thought that'd be pretty cool to do. I might have a go at that. And then inspiration struck me while I was sat here getting ready for the stream, because I'd not planned all my colours well in advance or anything.
We don't plan our streams. You may have noticed this, the theme of we kind of roughly know what we're doing but have absolutely no idea.
There's no script. There's no script. So yeah, so because I'd seen him do it, and I thought, oh, that seemed like a good idea. So I thought we'd give it a go. So I've mixed up this kind of like muddy brown colour, which I'm going to use as a base for skin. And then we're going to go from there.
Crafty says, seat of the pants streaming is the best streaming. It's definitely our style. Everything is seat of the pants. I mean, just watch the YouTube videos where, not the live stream ones where we just make stuff up all the time, don't we? You also have to eat a Malteser. Yeah, you do, yeah.
But I'm trying to watch my figure.
No, you're not.
Thanks, Crafty.
Tony says, I do apologise for not being part of the RCL. I'm too slow at painting and I'm a bit too random about what I'm going to paint, but I love keeping an eye on. You don't have to join in, Tony, at all. We enjoy it. It's not for everybody, and we just, we have a lot of Reaper miniatures. I think that's so it's nice and easy for us to join in.
I must admit that I have found it a little stressful this month because I've got a lot of other things that I need to be doing. So I've not got as many of the challenges done as I did last month, which is why I'm trying to squeeze in a last minute one now. So I have very exuberant plans and then fail to deliver normally, because I've come up with all these great schemes. But yeah, I've got a lot going on. But next month, I think I might get a bit more done. Got my trios and duos sorted, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it. If you've committed to something, that's best, isn't it? To get those ones done. And you've done your Pirate Princess. We're just not taking a picture yet.
I don't know if I'm going to get my diorama finished.
You're never going to get that diorama finished. It have to be next times. Crafty says, wireless keyboard is going on charge, so I'm going to paint and speak only in emotes. My wireless keyboard is poop. And it forever, I'll type, and it just doesn't type. It's very annoying. Gerald says, I love the RCL. It helps motivate me to keep things painting, and it's fun to see everyone's work. That is exactly... you've got to hydrate, Pete says so. That is exactly why I joined the RCL for the first time this year, with the painting, trying to do the hobby streaks and painting every day. It was a good inspiration, and I think that's what we all use it for, really. Hello, Gigi.
Good evening.
Gigi says, I just saw that Say My Name thingy. I'm a little disappointed it's not Mr and Mrs MLG doing a duet of Destiny's Child song by the same name. You really, really wouldn't want us to sing.
No.
I currently have...
You can sing, I can't.
No. I currently have Girl Crush by... Is it Little Big Town or something?
I have no idea.
In going round and round and round in my head. And it's very annoying. I like the song, but... not that much. And it's all because Little Miss wanted me to find it on YouTube, and we had to listen to it 20 times in a row. And then, because obviously it's the backing music, it is from something else, and that was bugging me. I then had to find out what it was, which I'm fairly sure it's Unchained Melody, but a slower version. And there's probably even further back backing tracks that used it, because it's a very simple song. So that's just going around, and every now and then I'll just start singing it and think, oh, it's that song again. I was listening to Lily the Pink earlier though, so that might be stuck in there somewhere. Tony says, Geralt, I agree. It's great motivation for people, especially if they struggle with finding their mojo. It's a brilliant idea. It is a very good idea. Reaper did very, very well. I'm looking forward to Tharivol and Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to get that mini. And have you done your Goblin Inspiration?
No, not yet.
Me and Little Miss have done our Goblin Inspiration.
Yeah,
we're good.
Sorry. Epic failing this month. So I've mixed up this kind of... I would describe this as mauve purple, which I'm going to use as a base coat on the sleek sections of the wings. Here. And then we're going to get some... I'm going to decide what kind of base coat we're going to do on the feathery parts. I haven't quite decided how we're going to do those yet. Very much making it up as I go along. Yeah.
Pete says, all I've managed to do today is put one coat of orange on my Crabman. At least it's one coat, it's not just sitting there grey. J-Star says, we have to listen to the Descendants soundtrack over and over again at the minute. Is that the cartoony thing? Is that what we were watching? I can't remember. Gigi says, no, maybe it's not then. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Gigi says, oh, I hate that. When a song has either a clip of another song in it or something in common, it fixes itself in your brain until you figure out where it was from. I do the same thing with TV shows and movies. Oh, I know them from yes, sir. 3 hours later, oh, I remember. That's exactly what it was. I kept saying to Little Miss, this is a different song. This is a different song with different lyrics. What is this song? And she was looking at me like, no, Mum, it's not. It's Girl Crush. Don't know what you're talking about. And then I had to go hunting for it until I figured it out.
Right. So I've got this kind of grey bluey colour. I'm going to use that as the base for... Seeing as she's an evil creature, this harpy, I'm going to use this grey blue for the base for the scaly sections down here. And then we'll mix a little bit of a different colour into it for the ribbed feet sections. Lots of different textures on this mini. And I'm quite amazed with my little self that in all the time that we've had Reaper Minis and we've been selling Reaper Minis, I've never painted this figure.
Who else says, maybe you aren't thinking about the same descendants I'm thinking of. Oh, it'll be me. I'd have got whatever program it is that I'm thinking of with a completely different name. The program I'm thinking of probably starts with a T or something stupid. Tony says, started on Baron von Fancy Hat's tail feathers here. Spot the song that's begging to be sung. Are you gonna shake your tail feather over there?
Me? No. Nobody wants to see me dance. Not even chair dancing.
A bit of chair dancing going on, that's what you want, a bit of chair dancing. You dance all the time when we used to go out. I'd never get you off the dance floor.
That's because once I've had a few beers, that's that, isn't it? I'm a party animal. Who would ever guess that this regular grumpy demeanour turns into a party monster? Can it? Ooh. It is a little small for my massive head. Right then. Sure. Very strange. It's got like scales and feathers and clawy bits. Yeah, I think we're going to go with blue for these feathers.
It's really hard to focus on. It's just like a blob. Sweep down to the top.
Sorry.
She's like just a blob.
I thought
Zooming in more.
Thought we'd try a different camera view because the camera's always in my eye line and I find it quite difficult, so we've fastened the camera to the light that I use.
Yeah, what does everybody think of the camera view? Are we all happy?
Yeah. Why do I always end up with little Mrs. hats on?
Because it's only my hats or her hats. That's what hats we've got.
There's some of my hats in there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll have a look for one of yours next. Tony says the timing's good.
Excellent. It's definitely a lot easier for me. The way my wonky eyes work, it really helps not having an obstruction. Excuse me.
So then you can be prepared to answer.
What else have I got to tell you? We've yeah.
Oh, we need to say happy birthday to Tony.
Oh yeah.
Don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Tony's birthday recently, everybody. So whoop whoop. Are we all ready to sing happy birthday? Are we all ready to join in the birthday song? Are you ready, Tony? Hi, Wickedy. We're just about to do the birthday song for Tony. So if you want to join in, I will find it. It's here somewhere. Are we ready? it might be a little bit louder than me. Got to all join in. That's part of the thing, and it should do it in May.
There is a mighty Lancer birthday, a mighty Lancer birthday. Someone has a birthday in mighty Lancer land. Happy birthday.
I hope you all joined in singing. Happy birthday, Tony.
Happy birthday. Hey, no, yeah, not that weirdness. I don't know, my darling. I haven't really got anything super exciting that I can share. You've been doing exciting like adding stuff.
Exciting addings.
Yeah, all I've been doing is just adding regular restocks of inventory. You've been doing all the super exciting things.
Wicked D says, yeah, I joined in. Couldn't quite get the gruffness right in the voice though. No. He is a lot deeper than us singing. It isn't us, by the way. We won't subject you to that. It's a proper singy guy. Yeah, I've been adding lots of board games, lots of cool board games like Stuff Fable and Flux, which around about board games. Some of them technically aren't, are they? But what else? What else have I added?
Have you added brass?
Oh, thank you, Tony. Cheer! Woohoo!
Thank you, Tony.
Are you ready to cheer?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yay! Have I added brass? I've added one brass. I added Birmingham brass. Brass Lancashire is still in my box because it was school run time, so I couldn't add that one. And I've still got the pandemic things to add. What else have we had? Guess Who? And Scrabble in larger print for people who have difficulty with their eyesight. And Scrabble Art Deco. Pete says you've got to drink. There was loads, absolutely loads. Wicked C says, ooh, we don't leave Lancashire in a box. It's staying in there, that's where it's staying. We're in Yorkshire.
Yeah, they're into brass Yorkshire as far as I'm aware.
And you've got to eat a Malteser.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Lisa Iso.
I can't think of any, and there's hundreds. That's very annoying.
What, all the board games that you've added?
Yeah, like a million. Wicked D says all the best people come from Lancashire, of course. Well, if you say so, Wicked D. If you say so. Yes, I added like some random stuff like Plague Inc., the board game, which is based on a console game, isn't it?
Well,
Whereas you play as a disease, basically, and you have to infect the world to win. So that's nice for this time of in our lives, isn't it?
Yeah, topical.
The Game of Life, everyone's favourite. Pictionary. I added some more Azul, where you make the stained glass windows and make things look pretty.
Trivial Pursuit?
No, I didn't have Trivial Pursuit.
Got that treat to come then.
Oh, I've got that treat to go. You haven't brought them all home yet. Oh, yay! Escape Room, the game, where you can play in an escape room in your house. So you get all the bits and the countdown and everything. Added that. Isle of Skye. Added that. Risk. Yahtzee.
Classic
games. Loads of Flux. Marvel Flux. Star Trek Flux. Loads of Flux. Some more Pixar Double. Minions Double and Pixar Double. Root. Monopoly Junior. They've got cute characters in Monopoly Junior. They've got little T-Rex and a little Scotty dog. Yeah. Oh, Crafty must come from Lancashire too. They're all having a everybody's better from Lancashire vote in What do you think? Is everybody better from Yorkshire? Is everybody better from Derbyshire? Because that's where I'm from. Oh, and I did Cluedo, and there's a new person. They've got rid of Mrs. White, and now we've got Dr. something. I can't remember what she's called. That's going to bug me as well now, isn't it?
Why have they got rid of Mrs.
Oh, Dr.
White?
Orchid. Dr. Orchid. I've no idea. She's just not there anymore. And they're all, like, updated. So they're all, like, I don't know, skinny and all the hair's done nice and stuff. not like in our 80s version, where they're just normal people. Yeah, it's a bit. It's still a good game though. I do like Cluedo. It's a good game.
Is that because they had to make it PC, so they've got rid of...
Why? What was wrong with Mrs. White? She was only the cook. I have no idea. Maybe they're just trying to bring it up to date. Like, you know, it's like there isn't a real piece of lead in it anymore. Wiki D says you've got to eat a Malteser. Malteser. And then we were talking about the epic encounters today.
Oh yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, you can talk about those though, because guess what I've painted so far?
Snake.
Absolutely nothing.
So the epic encounters. Oh, let's eat a Malteser.
I'll have one too to help out and stuff.
So the epic encounters are a product.
Wow.
Sorry, no, I mean,
Wow.
I know I just needed to like finish that bit, didn't I? Happy. Ah! It's strange being just like having a hat thrust upon my head. So the Epic Encounters things are some awesome looking boxes from Steamforged Games. Even the box design is cool, and inside you get enough stuff to run an encounter for your Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, or any, you know, with a little bit of adaptation you could slot it into any RPG game. This one I particularly like because I like the mini that comes in it, and they're nice and big. So I might paint one of them at some point. Excuse me. But so you get like a really cool box. They're a nice hard box, so they like store your stuff. You get the encounter mat that you can see on the screen there, and then a little booklet and a couple of other counters and bits and pieces that you need to run your encounter for an evening or a session or whatever for your D&D group or RPG group. So some of them have more figures in. So there's an orc one, a kobold one. I can't concentrate on two things at once. I'm a man. I'm gonna have to mix some more greeny colour up in a sec anyway. So, I'm just chuckling at myself because I made it funny. So yeah.
What was your funny?
I said I can't concentrate on two things at once because I'm a man.
That's not a funny, that's a truth.
No, right. So yeah, so they look really cool, and there's like 3 or 4 orcs, kobolds, lizardmen, goblins. I think there's another one, serpent folk, maybe, I don't know. Where they've got like 20 figures in or whatever that are smaller, and then there's large boss ones. So there's one with a huge red dragon that's got a wingspan of a foot, or 12 inches, or 30 centimetres for anybody that works in metric. And there is a giant one where the giant is about yay big tall. He's quite a chunky boy. And then there's the giant snake one. And what else is there? There's another big one. I can't remember what it is.
Let me see what Gigi's put. Warhammer Cluedo would be fun. It was Dr. Orc hid in the book room with the daka daka daka.
I like
oh dear.
I think there has been a Warhammer 40,000 Cluedo.
But did it have Dr. Orc hid?
I don't know. There's definitely been a Warhammer 40,000 Monopoly at some point. Right then, so now I need to be creative, and I'm gonna have to mix up a bit of a wash. to go over this. In fact, what I'm going to do, before I do that, I'm going to paint her eyeballs in black. Yeah, and I've never actually looked at it in detail, Warhammer 40,000 Monopoly. So does it have the Emperor's Palace or Terror or something else as Mayfair on the board?
It's only a matter of time before we get the Warhammer Hungry Hippos.
Yeah. We stock Warhammer Munchkin.
Hi, Crazy Fish.
So they've done a 40k Munchkin and a Age of Sigmar Munchkin, but the Age of Sigmar Munchkin wasn't as popular. What have I done there?
Well, I don't know. What have you done there?
Oh, I coloured one of her eyes in alright, and then the other one's just gone like weird. I don't know. Anyway, we'll worry about that in a sec. We need to mix up some... Hi, Crazy Fish! Need to mix up some more of the greeny kind of... Oh, I've got some there. If we mix a bit of that with that greeny kind of colour that we use for her skin, and we mix a tiny bit of black in with it. There we go. And then a whole load of water.
We've got a Monopoly hull. Does that count? And fun fact, me and Mr MLG were once Mr Monopoly. We once dressed as Mr Monopoly for an event.
In the official costume.
Yes, of course. With all its official rules, you cannot do this and you cannot do that. You cannot put our good name into disrepute.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to talk to anybody, were you?
That's the rule of mascots anyway. You're not allowed to talk to anyone.
Is it?
Yeah, of course it is. That's why Pikachu never talks to anyone when Pikachu visits the shop.
No, I thought that was just because the only thing that Pikachu could say was Pikachu.
So, you'll be able to explain to us how you're going to make a wash?
I've done it. I've thinned this. What I really should have done is got some matte medium out of the cupboard, but
Oh, you can explain what a wash is.
no, I can't really because I don't know how to explain it.
Crazy Fish says, can I order the new GW paints to go with my Dominion box?
Certainly, they're available. So yeah, we can sort that for you.
You've got to hydrate.
Okay. I'm going to need some more water. Orcs get an advantage in Warhammer Monopoly, says GG. They just have to paint the car token red and they get around the board quicker. They make bank with those, plus 200 for passing go. Okay. I think, yeah. Oh, thank you, my darling. Ah, super. Thanks, Wicked D. So what I did was I got my paint colour that I was using, this kind of green, and then I mixed a tiny bit of black in with it, which has turned it into this kind of like dark colour here. And then I added a whole load of water to it to make it thinner so I could apply it over the top as a kind of rudimentary wash. But what I really should have done was got the wash medium out of the drawer over there and use some of that instead. So I'm just going to manage that pigment around a little bit so it doesn't settle too heavy in places. So that means that I'm going to use the end of my brush while the paint is still wet to just move it around so it doesn't settle on the flat spots. Which is kind of what you have to do with contrast paint. If you've ever used the contrast paint, it's great for stuff that's got loads of ridges and details on it. So let's just take a bit of that off her face, I think. I've painted her, because I've painted her skin such a strange hue of like this kind of greeny grey colour. I think I've got my work cut out trying to do something with that, but we'll give it a right good go to do something else with it. Hi, Wicked D! Boom! Yeah, Mrs MLG's new addition to the thing today. Say my name!
That one's probably staying, but the Malteser one will be going because this is the only box of Maltesers there is.
Yeah, the only ones we've got left. We'll have eaten all these today. So what we've been, rather than bore you with any shop-related type stuff, let's just have a quick segment about TV programs. So we've got to eat some more Maltesers. Thanks, Crafty Gobbo. So the other night we watched. Oh, there's a broken one there. I can eat that as a freebie, couldn't I? So we watched Spider-Man: Homecoming, didn't we? That was. I did.
Because
Mrs MLG's seen it before somehow.
yeah, I don't know why I've seen it and Nathan hasn't. It's a bit random.
So we watched Spider-Man: Homecoming. Or I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming, and Michael Keaton I thought was awesome.
Was that the whole conversation?
Yeah, it was.
You've been watching that Jupiter thing?
Oh yeah, well I was going to move on to that. So we've been looking for something else to watch because we've watched loads of superhero type things, haven't we? And we've been we might be able to watch Loki later. So where was I going? Jupiter Rising or Jupiter Ascending or whatever it's called on Netflix. So we started on that. We're 4 episodes in and we still haven't got a clue what's going on, really. I think this seems to be a trend with some of these TV programs where they're trying to be too clever. So it's jumping around in time and you get to see bits of the origin story, but we still haven't found out how they've all got their superpowers yet. But I thought it was going to be, when it first started, that a couple of the characters have superpowers and nobody else does. But then, now it seems like nearly everybody's got a superpower. It's a bit strange.
Wiki D's watching Sweet Tooth. Yeah, we've seen that one. I think J-Star's been watching that one. I think it was J-Star that said they'd been watching Sweet Tooth. That one doesn't really appeal to us.
No, I don't like the look of that. I'm afraid. We've got that Love and Monsters thing to watch, haven't we? The film. Yeah. We watched Land of the Dead. That was something we watched the other week. Have you seen that one advertised? Yeah, that's the thing where they have to go to Vegas and there's the all the zombies.
Was I there?
Of course you were. The thing with the zombie tiger.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, it was just kind of falling out of my head because it was so good. Oh, sorry, J-Star. So somebody's watching Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, it doesn't really appeal to me. It looks too cutesy. So Jupiter Rising or Jupiter Ascending or whatever it's called, and then we determined last night that we're probably going to watch The Witcher again in preparation for season 2 and see if we can figure out what the heck is going on this time. So we've never played any of the computer games or read any of the books. And when we watched season 1, I didn't have a clue what was happening because it seems to jump around all over the timeline and there's no indication of... Because Geralt looks the same in every scene, and you don't know like what bit of time you're supposed to be in, do you? It's a bit weird. The only way you can tell is that Yennefer has different dresses on.
We need nice, simple things. We're a nice, simple folk who need nice, simple programs. And I watch Lucifer, but I watch that on my own without you.
Yeah.
When you're doing late night gaming on Thursdays and Fridays in the shop.
Yeah, that's because you don't want me to ask you loads of silly questions, isn't it?
That's right.
Because I've never watched it. And it's like Buffy, so Mrs MLG has watched every episode of Buffy and knows a lot of the words, don't you? Because you've seen it a lot of times.
Plus it's good.
Yeah. But I've never really watched a massive amount of Buffy, not to the extent that Mrs MLG has.
From the beginning.
I know, but I've only seen it all the way through once. Anyway, so what I was going to say was, and I'll just ask you like continuity questions all the time, don't I? Yeah, I saw a bit when I came home from the shop the other day. Was it Friday? And you were watching a bit of Lucifer, and I walked in and there was some kind of standoff going on between like 3 or 4 different groups of gangsters or demons or whatever they were, and I didn't really understand what was happening, but I didn't ask. I don't know whether this is going to look stupid.
Yeah, I've not seen them all yet. Crafty says binged all of the Lucifer recently. I've not seen them all yet. I'm not really digging the God character, but we'll have to see how it goes, I think. But then I didn't like Eve either. I'm very, very grumpy when they bring new characters in. You know, trying to move the plot along. How very dare they? J-Star says we watch Car Crash TV like 90 Day Fiancé and Love After Lockup. And I'm assuming that Pete means he watches Friends and isn't just alluding to the fact that we're all friends. Crafty says the kids have got up to Friends Series 7 in 2 weeks. How? I don't know. How many series is there? Jeez.
No, that was another one that I've never watched, so I don't know.
See, I've watched Friends, but when it first, came out, not really watched it since.
Some people really like it, don't they? And watch it over and over again.
We once reenacted the poster at school.
Yeah, seeing the picture.
Yeah. But, apart from that. And we like Prodigal Son.
Oh yeah, that's
Prodigal Fun.
Yeah. That's alright. And we used to watch Elementary, but that's finished.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette in Dogma playing God. Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it? Tony says not seen Lucifer, but the only person seen playing God was Alanis Morissette in Dogma. I've not seen Dogma for ages.
No, maybe we should watch that one. Alan Rickman's awesome. Oh, we told everybody that we'd watch Galaxy Quest the other day, didn't we? That was good. Right, so let's have a little closer. So I've tried to do a little bit of a job on her wings. You can't.
Your screen has a delay.
It's too bright. You can't really see what I'm doing.
It just looks like it's grey.
I've painted all sorts of like little stripes on them too. Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, a little bit. So there we go. So now we're going to try and do a bit of something with her skin. There you go. You can kind of see some of the little lines that I've put on her wings to try and pick out a little bit of detail. That looks all right so far.
See, Pete says it looks great.
Right. So let's see if we can mix up a bit of green for her skin. Yep. Jay and Silent Bob are awesome. Thanks, Tony. Ooh. Wait, rescue the paintbrush. I've not seen the. There's the new Jay and Silent Bob film, isn't there? The reboot version of Jay and Silent Bob. They decided they were going to revisit the original kind of storyline. I don't know if it's a Mickey take out of their earlier work. That's too bright. I need to do something with that. A bit more yellow in there, maybe. Shall we see if we can get a little bit of red in soon? What guy? I did. Honest. So now I'm going to try and do a little bit of a highlight on her skin. In fact, I'm going to change paintbrushes. That brush definitely needs a clean. Been saying that for 3 weeks.
What are you going to use to clean it?
Brush soap.
That's a good cut in the cup.
Yeah. Because we haven't got enough. I would have tried out the. What do you call this stuff? The Soap Plus from. No, the other one. Instar. But we haven't got enough left. I need to maybe get some more. The soap's been really popular. Soap and conditioner. So we've got some Masters brush soap in the cupboard, which unfortunately I can't find. We've had it in stock before, but I can't find anywhere at the moment that stocks it for us to be able to sell it. I don't know how to handle this really. I don't want to paint like nipples on her boobs.
Why?
Because
you know we all have nipples, right?
well, I know, but they should really be a different colour, don't they? Shouldn't they? And I don't know. Well, they are quite modelled.
You just meant to make them slightly darker.
Okay.
I mean, you've just painted her grey anyway. Is she supposed to just be grey? What?
No, she's all sorts of colours.
She sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So her skin's green, her hair's black, the tops of. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. So her skin's greeny grey. Her legs are
That's
like
one grey.
a bluey grey.
That's 2 greys.
Her wings are like purple up to kind of a tan yellow.
The wings are not yellow.
Weird. The feathers are blue.
Yeah, I can see the blue. Her wings aren't yellow. Where are you
There's
looking?
like a tan colour to them. Look. Anyway.
Tony says Discord will do a Delendra block. It won't. It only does that for WikiD. That is the only person it blocks. I put that demon woman on. It was completely naked, and Discord went, "Yeah, that's fine." WikiD held a clothed miniature in her hand, and Discord went, "No, that's far too inappropriate." I think it's marked WikiD as a bad egg. You cannot post any miniatures with any skin on now. Yeah, WikiD can't see the yellow either. Oh, he's not talking to me now.
I promise you it's yellow.
No, it's not. Stop over it.
Hang on, let me just finish this bit. I'll just do her skin, and then I will pass it over for your approval.
Where I can go, yep, not yellow.
Oh, I have got some exciting news.
Seriously.
Yeah. I've had an email today from the freight forwarding company that says our Green Stuff World has entered the UK.
Wow! Was that 4 months now?
Yeah,
4 months. Awesome. We'll need a new restock before we get this one.
Yeah. So it's entered the UK, and they invited me to contact them to arrange how we were going to pay the customs fees. So, but normally it just comes with UPS, and the guy from UPS brings me an invoice and I give him a check. So I've had to try and get hold of them today, fruitlessly, to try and figure out how we can pay this time round, because it seems like they've sent it in a different way.
The 4 month wait way.
Yeah. I don't know whether they think that they're saving us customs charges or something by sending it this way, but I'm pretty sure that we're still going to have to pay them.
Well, if they've asked you for it, then yeah.
Right, so I need to do something different with her lips, but let me just pass this over to Mrs MLG so she can verify that there is a different colour on the wings. So Mrs MLG is painting this Mix Grot, whatever he's called, from the Dominion box set. So he is the swamp caller shaman's little sidekicky guy with his Pot Grot or something like that he's called. Yeah, that's right, Crafty. And he's nowhere near in focus.
Well, that's because I was looking at this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just wave a blurry looking miniature at everybody. There we go. Pot Grot.
I think your light's too bright,
Is it?
and that's why you can't see this tiny bit of yellow that's on this. That's on this bigger.
So this guy's got tons of detail on him. Like, oh, look at all that stuff he's got on there. He's got like
And what's this from?
bags and pouches and ladles and all sorts of stuff. He is from the Cruel Boys half of the Dominion box set. He's a particularly awesome little mini. There we go. Right, we'll swap that.
Yeah, I think maybe get that orange paper on that other one. So I have inspected the Harpy, and I can confirm there is a tiny bit of yellow on the wings. There are also some shading and some details and some lines that you simply can't see on the camera.
Oh, that's too bright. too bright blue for lips.
Blue lips.
Yeah. Sort that out. Ooh, that's good enough. Don't want to. I think I might have to try and do something else with that. Looks like she's got. Looks like she's got blue clown makeup. Oh, I don't know. It's hard when you're trying to mix the colours up.
Her lips can't be that big, surely.
Yeah.
Crafty's coming
Yeah, Crafty. Well, I couldn't understand where you're coming from, Crafty. It's Crafty says it's like Angel Geraldes is sat right there. Yeah, if you could imagine that I was talking with I don't know if he's Spanish or Italian, a different accent, then you know. How would you ever know? No, I'm glad you're all having fun at my expense. We'll just tone her lips down a little bit. There we go. Right, so what? So if I just get a slightly darker green to make her nipples, then.
What?
Nipples.
Your Les Dawson impression. So she's got green nipples now, has she?
She has.
She's got clown, bright blue lips and green nipples.
That's right.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I never said that this was going to be a masterpiece, did I?
Can I just put this out there, please? Can I just let you all know, just so you all know, Nathan can actually paint, and sometimes I think that on these streams it may come across that he can't. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's the light of the stardom of the cameras or what, but
yeah,
you know,
I get stage fright.
yeah, he's not at his best. Let's just put it that way. He's not at his best today. Bless his little cotton socks. Maybe it's all the chocolate. Head rush of chocolate.
Maybe. I don't know. I think I just get overcome by the little challenges I set myself with these kind of things. Like, who thought it'd be a good idea to try and paint this thing with these limited colours? I should have painted like a pumpkin man or something, you know, where I could have mixed an orange for his head.
What did I paint?
I can't remember. Oh, I could have painted something so much simpler. Couldn't I? I could have painted so much simpler.
You said you challenged yourself.
I know.
You always do this.
I know. I haven't used any white at all yet. Let's get some white in here and lighten this.
White's gonna save
it. Every time you move, your chair makes a weird little squeaky noise.
Your chair?
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, that noise! What was that?
Oh.
It's not the chair.
Hmm.
So I've got enough room for everything.
Yeah.
So, what's your plan now, sweetie pie?
So now
What are you doing?
I've mixed a little bit of white in with this colour here. I'm going to use this to highlight up the legs. There's one thing, because I need to get this mini. Look, it's 9 o'clock already, and I've barely got anything done. I need to get this mini finished so I can submit it. Although it doesn't have to be a masterpiece, does it? It just needs to be tabletop ready.
Pete says how much alcohol was in the water. I think he's better off when he's drinking beer.
Rude.
No, what it is, and he does this all the time. He decides he's going to do these challenges live on stream, and he always makes them far too challenging for the normal person. I mean, if we were just doing it off stream, he'd have gone, oh, I'll take a bit more time and I'll try and do this, and that's not quite working, let's try a different one. But no, let's try and do it all now on stream.
Yep.
Yeah, he always does this. It's like when we did Ambush, which was this time 2 years ago. Yeah, and we did it. You did it for 2 years running, didn't you? His dream has always been, right, was some wavy lines across the screen now. Going back in time to a little Nathan, and his dream was always to own a hobby shop and to run a War Games event. And he has done both of those things. He owns a hobby shop, and he organised single-handedly a War Games event. Now, a normal person, having never done it before, would have organised a one-day event, but no, this is Nathan. Nathan organised, and very successfully I may add, a 2-day War Game show with demonstration tables, tournaments, kids areas, crafts, painting competition, trade stands, camping and live entertainment on the evening, and wondered why he went grey overnight.
Everyone had a good time.
There's still people now that say, why aren't we doing it again?
Funny you should say. Crafty says, still imagining him doing all this in short trousers. Well, I did have my shorts on all weekend when we did do Ambush. Did I just see a message from Pete that says, when's the next one? Yeah, there's not going to be another one, Pete. Yeah, we've had Ambush 2 Wicked Day. Yeah, it was good. We had like a decent attendance, and it was all right. But and I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I'm gonna. I did all that while I still had a full-time job.
Yeah, you did.
But it was a lot of responsibility, and obviously with moving to our new shop and what have you, we just want to try and get things settled and working all right before we make any more ambitious plans. It'd be nice to have a nice steady year of no craziness, wouldn't it, darling?
Mm. We're hoping to be able to have a Halloween party this year in the shop, depending on how the world is.
I said no craziness. That's like total craziness, Halloween parties.
Yeah, but it's fun, and I help you with that one.
Yeah.
I don't just leave it all to you and then laugh at you. Ambush was amazing. You did an absolutely fantastic job, and everybody that went said that it was awesome and had a brilliant time. I suppose 2 years was enough. There is a Facebook group for it if anybody wanted to look at the pictures, just if they were interested. It's still live.
Yeah, I think we still own the web domain as well. But we have offered to hand the reins over and all the equipment, well, not equipment, but paperwork and banners and all the other stuff that we had made up over to a couple of local clubs if they fancied taking over the mantle, but I think they've not got time or inclination to do it, unfortunately. I'm just trying to highlight her skin slightly with a bit of white in it. Although I'm regretting it. Because it's not quite going as I wanted it to. I was going to just do it with black eyes. Do you think I should do it with black eyes? Do you think if I tried to do them green or something it'd look a bit weird?
That'd be too much, just black. You've got a lot of other colours coming in. When is the next Pokemon thing? Big Pokemon release?
It happened last Friday.
It can't be that big.
Why?
Because you haven't mentioned it.
It's just kind of passed us by with everything else. Everything in terms of doing a big kind of launch event or anything, it was in the brewing for a few weeks. It just and with Indomitus and what have you, not Indomitus, Dominion, it just kind of got subsumed.
Pete's going to handcuff himself to the 40k section until you do another ambush. Did you even know we'd done ambush in the first place, Pete, until I mentioned it? Then he goes, yes, I came and won all the competitions.
We had a great painting competition.
We did. There's some really cool entries.
Oh, look, we've run over time again. Excuse me. Slurping. Right then, so I'm going to try and do something with this blue down here. Let's see if we can make ourselves a little blue wash. So, I'm going to do it properly this time. I'm going to get a bit of black and mix it in with that blue. Yeah. Make a nice dark blue colour, and then bear with me a second.
That a nice grey blue.
That nice grey blue there, yeah, that's right. And then I'm going to put a bit of mixing medium in with it. Try and so this will should keep the pigment of the paint a little bit more fluid. There we go, without it just splitting apart and turning into nothingness.
Thanks, Tony. It's great to see you.
See you later, Tony. Thanks for coming. A little bit more black in there, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. So just apply that over the top of that. this is, we're just applying our little wash that I've just made over the top of the blue. Try and add a little bit of depth in there, and then we're going to highlight those back up to a little bit brighter colour.
Gerald says that palette is a work of art in itself.
Yeah, it needs cleaning.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. I don't know what made me go back to this tile actually. I used to use this years ago, and I think it was a bit of nostalgia. I found it in the cupboard in my office, and I thought I should use that again. But it was getting really, really hot in the orangery where we paint, and I was getting a bit cheesed off with my wet palette because I was struggling to get the amount of water on the sponge correct. I fancied a bit of a change up in proceedings, so I thought I'd go back to giving this away. So I scrubbed it off so it was perfectly clean, and then this is like 3 weeks worth of mess going on here. But this is just a ceramic tile like you would find on a bathroom or a kitchen wall. Thanks, Peter Priest. But I like to smudge my paints around and like mash them all together, which is why it's such a mess. And it looks like my paint covers massive areas, but I try and squeeze just a little bit out, but then when I blob them all around, it's... So there's bits of magenta, yeah, fluorescent magenta and all sorts of stuff going off. That's it, yeah, a little a scouring pad or and a bit of hot water, and it cleans right off and it's ready to go again. Right, definitely need to do something with her face. Just looks so plain. Like there's no lining, no definition. I know I'm gonna have to. That's my next step. Still looks the same. Don't like say that. Because it does. There's a bit of green still. Oh. 50 Shades of Grey, but still looking good, eh? Thank you.
What other rewards would people like to see?
Sorry, Dan?
What other rewards would people like to see?
Oh, I don't know. What other rewards would everybody like to see? That's a good question.
Lancer rewards.
Yeah, Lancer reward points. How would you? What kind of methods would you like of redeeming your Lancer reward points on the channel?
You can't give extra points, it does it automatically.
Extra points and cheaper hydrates, says Pete.
Chair spin. Do you want the chair spin?
I don't know if we've got enough room to do a chair spin.
I'll put it down and give it a go. Let's see. You've gone all quiet and grumpy on me now.
No. Sorry, I was just concentrating.
There'll be copyright issues for singing songs, Pete.
Right, let's try a chair spin.
Oh, this could go devastating. Yeah.
Need more space.
There's not enough room for a chair spin, so all the orangery then. Oh yeah, well you would, Pete. Pete says I got a chair spin from Roost Plus the other night. He's got more room than we have.
Yeah, he's got fancy bookcases behind him. He don't need a backdrop. Now what we're going to do? I reckon we need a bit of that and a bit of that. And a bit of that and maybe a splodge of that in there. A bit of that maybe. Oh yeah, that's better. So we need some of that and some of that in there. Make up a bit of that kind of colour. Maybe with a bit more blue in. That kind of shade. Yeah, I think that'll do. Oh yeah. Looking forward to all those coming. I've no idea where we're going to... I thought you just said it out loud. Can nobody hear you? How am I supposed to know when people can hear you or not? Use silly voice for 1 minute, Pete suggests.
Yeah, you could do that. That'd be funny.
Okay.
Let's practice that one. Let's have a go at that one.
What kind of silly voice? Do you think maybe we should? I think you should make it quite expensive points wise, but then like the person should get to pick the type of
no,
voice.
because that could go wrong if you had a naughty person on, couldn't it? You could get into, non-PC territory.
Yeah, right. Right, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So, so she's got this like bandana thing tied around her arm. That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
But then she's got some bracelets on now. Obviously, I've chosen to only use a limited palette, so I can't use any metallics. To decide whether I'm just going to paint them grey or something.
Like the rest of them.
Like the rest of it. Redeemed silly voice. Oh no! Ah!
That's just your normal voice.
I know.
It's not a silly voice.
Yeah. Sorry. Wait. You're going to have to bear with me a second while I recover the disaster that I've just enacted on the figure.
So you can tell people how you're recovering it while you're doing it.
Alright, so yeah, so managed to get a massive blob of red paint, because I wasn't 100% concentrating, on the midriff of the figure on the skin. So fortunately I acted with keenness and speed like the Ankh-Morpork City Watch, and managed laughing at myself, that's not good, is it? And managed to douse it in water on the end of an old rough paintbrush and clean it off. So now you would never even know that I've done it.
What's your silly voice doing?
Oh, I don't know.
Silly voice time, silly voice time.
I think you're going to have to suggest silly voice. Okay. So what I'm going to do is paint this bit red just down here, and then I can highlight it with a bit of yellow. How long do I have to talk in a silly voice for?
I only said a couple of words, but you carried on saying.
Oh, I thought it was a minute or something.
Oh, gee, no, I'm not that
Yeah. Should be a little bit longer for 150 points, shouldn't it?
well, that's why you were carrying on.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, just paint this little bit of red just on here, just like that. Super. It's very nice. It's going on very smooth. Just down the side, little bandana, like she's a member of a gang or something. And now I've just smudged red all over her wing as well, and the scales there, because I'm super clumsy. What a massive numpty. Pirate voice, Wicked D says.
Yeah, but they should actually be in it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I know, the nice rewards are free.
That's true. Let's get that bit off there. Super.
What?
Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've just had a thing pop into my brain. Tell you what other film I fancy watching that we haven't seen for ages, which is a proper like trash film, innit?
We don't know what it is.
Down Periscope with Kelsey Grammer.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's a film where they're like a submarine crew,
Yes.
and it's a bit of a.
Is it appalling?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Oh, because it's like one of them that's a little bit chuckle worthy.
I'm really worried on
what?
Maltesers just for that. What are you doing now?
Oh, I just keep getting red paint all over the rest of the mini.
What are you doing
No.
being red?
I'm not having a good time. You're a gangster rag.
Gangster back.
Yeah.
What's that?
The banner, the tie thing round her. That bit round her arm there. That don't work, Pete the Priest. You can't just write hydrate. There, that rag round her arm there.
So how come it's in her belly, like it's miles away?
Oh, it's because I'm clumsy, isn't it? And her face just looks blue now. Getting fed up with this. Let's see if we can mix a proper green. I think. See if we can mix a proper green and make a bit of a wash out of it. Yeah. Gangster rag Wicked D. Yeah, that's right. That's what they call them, innit? When they have like a...
Gang with the kids.
Yeah, when they have like a hanky hanging out their pocket and it shows their affiliation. Isn't that right? Thanks for that hydrate, Wicked D.
Oh, she's so kind, hydrating you. Sure nobody else is.
Yeah. If only somebody would let me eat a Malteser, that'd be really good. Right, there we go. There's a bit better green. Ah, thanks, Wicked D. Cheeky 2 for 1 there.
I'll have to remember to take it off. So we've got silly voice and hats. What else? Counter hydrate button. We might die of dehydration. How do you counter hydrate? Eat some dust. Maybe we should have a don't blob different colours all over the middle of the miniature button.
That sounds good, yeah.
Is that what you need?
Yeah. It's not going well for me today.
I don't know why.
I just can't get it right. I apologise profusely to anyone who thought they were coming to see how to do like good painting techniques or anything. That's
No, I think everyone in stream's been here before. They know what's happening. I know when you're concentrating when it's hot. Pete says, nope, still don't have a clue what the stream's for. No, neither do we. We just like to be part of the community. I know that some streamers stream to earn money. That doesn't count for us. Some streamers stream to teach people new techniques. Yep, that doesn't count for us. Some streamers stream to show people new games. Yeah, that's not us either. We're here just to be hydrated and wear daft hats.
Yep.
We just like talking to you all.
How many times am I gonna do that? Get it wrong.
I don't know.
I think I'm just gonna give up.
Oh.
I'm gonna give up on her skin.
Well, she's not gonna have any skin.
No, that's it. She's got skin. That's just what it's getting. Right, let's try and do something with these feathers, because we can do something with that. We can just have a bit of blue with a bit of white in it and make a little highlight for her feathers. So let's do that.
Wicked D says, I was going to say your stream is for us all to sit around having a chat and watch Nathan do some awesome painting. And you on Tuesday. Yeah, just randomly join in on a Tuesday and wave a miniature around and maybe put a bit of paint on it while I type. We will both be painting some... Are you painting orcs as well?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Some orcs from the new Age of Sigmar Dominion box and giving away the Orc Shield keyring tomorrow. Whoop whoop!
It is, that keyring is quite awesome. I'm going to paint just a regular orc warrior, I think. I'm not going to try and do anything overly adventurous. with one of the character minis. I'm just going to paint one of the warrior guys and try and get my head around the colour scheme that I'm going to use to match them into my existing Iron Jaws army. I think. Which means I'm going to have to plan my colours out a little bit further in advance than I did today. What's that? What are you doing?
Well, this guy, what was a pot grot thing?
Pot grot?
Yeah. He's got lots of random dangly bits of cloth. And I was painting this random dangly bit of cloth from the back, and then when I turned it around, realised that it's not a random dangly bit of cloth, it's a knife that doesn't want to be brown.
You should always check out the mini that you're painting and know what your areas you're doing what beforehand.
Seriously, he's just said that out loud. Did you all hear that? The guy that's painting his Harpy grey. That's just what happened there, thanks. Crafty says, phew, I wondered where that was going. It's a family-friendly stream, Crafty. Hi, Moxie. Been listening to you both since the beginning of the stream while I'm finishing my Wizard for Trio. Put it in... Oh, you put it in the Discord.
Oh yeah, have we done mine? Have we put my guy in?
Oh, that's awesome, Moxie. That's really, really cool.
I need to see.
Well, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Okay.
Stop it and tidy up. Oh, now you made me press the wrong button. There you go.
Can't see it.
Well, you delayed.
Ah, there we go. Awesome. I love his hat. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I am jealous of that hat, you are correct. If only I had one like it to wear on stream.
Wicked D says, I'm currently annoyed with my mini. I put a wash over the fleshy bit last night. It looked pretty awesome. It looked pretty awesome when I did it. Came back to it tonight and it's dried darker and just seems to have changed the colour of the paint. Not just sat nicely in the crevices. Grrr. That's what washes do, wicked thing. Change the colour of your paint and make everything darker. You can highlight over the top. So leave the crevices with the wash in them all nice and dark, and then use your highlight colour to highlight it up in the bits that you don't want to be all dark.
Alright, I'm gonna try and paint her hair, I think. Oh, it's massive. Any idea what colour I'm going to paint her hair?
I don't. Well, you've got like every colour in the world because you've got all the primary colours, so you can just pick any colour you would want and mix it.
Yep, that's right. Great.
Grey hair.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, that's right, Ricky D. And eating Maltesers.
Oh, awesome. Does it? Sorry.
You just made a funny noise to yourself.
I know.
What was your funny noise for?
I was gonna say, does it matter what order I do it in? And then I just thought I'll make an executive decision and just do it in what order I want.
Oh, steady on there, making all those big decisions. Eat a Malteser or drink water or eat a Malteser. No, I don't know. So many big decisions you've made today.
It's the it's those kind of decisions that define a man.
That's why you're the boss. I have also decided I'm not a good enough painter to paint this pot grot. It's far too small and far too fiddly and there's far too many bits.
You're doing an awesome job.
You can't see what I'm doing. And I've been picking on you because, you know, I love you and that's what we do. But my miniature has been splodged and blodged and done all the things that you've done, but nobody can see it. Have I got another brown dagger? No, I've managed to stay away from that. But there's just so many little tiny bits. It's because it's got some awesome detail in it. I mean, people who paint miniatures properly, professional people, etc., would go, that is an awesomely detailed mini, whereas I'm just going, it's got too many bits on it.
Did somebody redeem talking in a funny voice?
No, that was just my voice. Freebie talking in a funny voice for you all.
Right. My mini's nearly done.
Really?
No, I was just winding you up.
Oh, you're such a big kidder.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if you're still painting, you're going to have to be talking to us. You can't just be sitting there in silence.
No,
boy.
I know. So, I'm just gonna...
You're just going to
yeah, I've mixed up this kind of manky orangey red here. Well, she's a creature of chaos. I think, you know, she's not going to... Oh, sorry.
So Moxie says, I've just posted the back of the wizard. And it looks like there's a slice of pizza hanging off his shoulders. Thanks, Crafty. It's awesome seeing you.
Thank you.
You know, it's not like we've run over again or anything, is it? Take care. Hope to see you tomorrow.
See, Mrs MLG can sing. This is one of the worst figures I've painted in a long time. Paint her eye again because I keep messing it up.
Pete has redeemed Silly Voice, my dear. We're all anticipating your silly voice. No getting angry.
No, I'm not getting angry about having to do a silly voice.
Oh, I know you're not getting angry at silly voice. It's not Pete's fault that you can't paint.
can't get that bit of detail in there. It's like there's something blocking my paintbrush.
What bit did you say?
Her eyeball.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's okay. I've done it.
You've got to be telling me all these things in your silly voice. In a pirate voice.
Pirate voice.
Well, you didn't say it, but you
Okay.
option.
So, I once again blobbed paint in her face. I have her. Hang on, I'm getting there. Every time I try and get the eyeball dropped in the hole, I end up painting her face all over.
I can't decide. I can't decide if that's pirate or you're trying to do like a stereotypical West Country accent. Like you lost your tractor.
Aren't they interchangeable? Pirate and West Country.
I don't know.
There, that's all she's getting on her face, I've decided. That'll be all she's getting on her face, I think.
Go on, let's have a look. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up.
So I'm gonna paint her claws.
We could do
And
what you to say combined arms. Whoa! That looks loads better! See still. So looking at your screen. Your screen is
Okay. Combine harvester. How was that?
Let's have a look at the back. I like her wings. Feathered parts. Not actually, but feathered parts.
Thanks, Pete the Priest. Thanks, Pete the Priest. Arr.
Look back down again. Yeah, whoa.
It's been sort of wings out. Wings.
Great.
They're not grey. They've got bits of yellow on them and all sorts.
Gorgeous.
All right, I'll do something else with her. Just paint her claws and then. Now, like,
What? That's just sighing.
yeah, I've got a brand new combine harvester stuck now, haven't you?
Sorry.
I'm sure one of the boys that comes to Friday Night Magic once told me that they'd been to a agricultural fair in their occupation role, and that the entertainment at the agricultural fair was a Wurzel's tribute band, but they just kept going on like every hour and just playing that over and over again, and some other song that sounded extremely similar. And that by the end of the weekend at this like agricultural show, that they just got really, really sick of hearing. And I can't remember if I've dreamt it or not.
If you've dreamt that, then
I
that's,
know.
that's a pretty lame dream.
It is.
A pretty lame dream. Come on, it reminds me of Evil Aliens.
No, I don't understand. I know. Sorry. on the subject of Aliens, Aliens is one of my favourite action films. Yeah, from my childhood. I badgered my parents into letting me watch it, even though it was 18.
He sings the song while killing aliens in a combine harvester.
Alright. I don't think I've ever seen that.
So if we're able to have a Halloween party this year, what are you going to dress up as?
Riff Raff. What are you going to dress up as, my darling?
I don't know. The last couple of times that we've had a Halloween party at the shop, at the old shop, then I've just worn my normal clothes because they're all black. So I went as a witch one year and wore my skirt and my corset, and then I was a voodoo something or other the other year, and then obviously we didn't have one last year. So I'll probably just, my normal clothes. Yeah, well, there's always makeup and, wigs and things. Just, I don't know. What do you lot think I should go as? Crazy Fish says, I picked up the Alien Queen from you guys a couple of months ago. You ain't got the Alien Queen, have you? You got the other bits. No, I mean you personally.
Yeah, well, we've got the expansion that the Alien Queen is in.
I'm going as Santa, Pete. Don't like Christmas. Medusa.
Yeah, so we've got the Get Away From Her You expansion, but I haven't glued any of the models together. I've painted the aliens out of the core set, but I haven't done the... Yes, but I haven't done the Marines yet. And I've kind of told myself that I wouldn't play the game until I painted all the figures, which inevitably means that I haven't yet played the game.
Wiki D says I could go as Medusa. I've never been as Medusa. Somebody that I knew went as Medusa and spent ages trying to get their hair like snakes, and I don't know, about 10 minutes into the party it all dropped because they were so heavy. What did it's gonna go as Riff Raff, Wiki D. What did we go as when she went as Medusa? What were we?
I was a killer clown, and I can't remember what you were.
Oh, were you in the black wig?
Oh no! I think you went as the rabbit, didn't you?
Oh yeah, the rabbit was cool.
And didn't I go as Captain Spaulding?
Did you? Did you go as Captain Spaulding when I was a rabbit?
I think
No, you did.
Didn't I? I can't remember.
No, I think that you were working somewhere late when I was a rabbit and you joined later.
Yeah, maybe. Oh
You
yeah,
might have
no,
been Shaun of the
yeah,
Dead or
I
something
did.
like that.
Yeah, I did. You are right.
Yeah, the rabbit was cool. But the problem is that we can't do things like the rabbit because it's kids' party and I might scare them all. I ain't got any pictures. Nathan could be a zombie pirate. He wants to go as Riff Raff.
A zombie pirate from the West Country.
What's everybody else going to dress up as if they come to our Halloween party at the shop? Get your thinking caps on, because we have prizes for best fancy dress, adults and children. Somebody I once worked with, Pete, went as a spider. That was a really cool costume, but again, half an hour into the evening celebrations, she was already regretting her decisions of having this massive, great big thing with 8 legs stuck on her back. She'd used pipe insulation to make the legs.
We've had some really good Halloween fancy dress costumes in the past, haven't we?
We have. We've had some absolutely awesome ones.
I like my Hellboy costume.
Yes, that was good.
The thing is, Sweetie Pie, you could probably fit into most of your costumes still, whereas there is no chance of me fitting into any of mine. Wiki D says, I've dressed as a spider once. It was so annoying after about 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I mean. And you weren't the person I was thinking of, but, but yes. I once went as the Angel of Death, which was quite cool, and I had some very, very high shoes on and massive wings, which got in absolutely everybody's way.
Oh, I went as the devil out of the Tenacious D tribute.
That was cool. That was very cool.
Apart from everybody in the pub kept trying to nick my horns. Oh, took me ages to get all the red off as well.
Yeah, what we did for the devil was you didn't have a top on, did you?
No.
And we mixed red paint with PVA and then painted him.
Yay.
Yeah, let's just paint you all over with red paint. That'll be fun when he comes back drunk. Yay!
A bit like the Hellboy, really.
A bit like, yeah, but at least Hellboy, you had a top on and your coat and everything. This was just half of your body. It was really cool, though.
Yeah. I think that I looked particularly awesome in J-Star. Better than... I think I look better than Dave Grohl, actually.
I have to find the picture now.
Oh, no. We were in the middle of renovating our house as well, so I think the best picture that exists of me was when we were getting ready, and it's just like a building site in the background. I don't know, I shouldn't keep looking over there, I should keep looking over
You
here.
should, yeah, no, he knows you're just looking at me.
Let's
Right,
get
go on, talk us through what you do.
Right, so I'm just going to get a little bit... Oh no, that's the wrong stuff. Cheating now. Cheating. That's the wrong paint I've picked up. We'll not use that one. So we're just going to mix up a little bit of a lighter grey that we're going to use on our hair. There we go. Still painting grey, that's right, Pete. Still painting grey.
Everything's gotta be grey.
Yep.
I don't know, because I think once you see this picture,
It looked awesome on the night, but I think once you see this picture, you might go, not quite sure if it's that awesome, really.
Is it not that awesome?
Well, the picture's not helping. I can't remember. Did we take the picture before
we left the house or after?
That might be when we got home, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is when we got home, so you'd been out all night and it looks a bit worse for wear there.
You can tell I feel it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, that's definitely when we came home because it was all cracking on my chest, wasn't it? By the time. So this is at this point where this picture was taken. We had been to a house party and then we stayed out in the nightclub until 3 o'clock in the morning and walked home. So yeah, probably about 8 hours worth of being painted bright red and getting hot and sweaty with body paint and and PVA glue clatted all over me.
I like this one. Cousin It and Uncle Fester.
Oh yeah.
And we make all our own costumes, just put that out there. That was real hair extensions and I hand stitched them all on. Hi Naz. Naz says, is that army paint a pure red on your body?
That might have cost a lot.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we'd used like Citadel or something? You had a light bulb as well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I've still got that somewhere. The Festa light bulb that it was designed to light up when you touched it on your tongue, so you could properly pull off the Festa look.
I'm going to show you the rabbit now, just so you know what I was wittering about.
There we go. That makeup took me ages as well.
Oh, I ain't got a good one of Hellboy. I've only got one with me in it.
Yeah, that's alright, isn't it? Like, what were you that night? I can't remember. Let's have a look. There we go. My awesome Hellboy costume and my beautiful wife.
You made the hand. How did you make the hand?
Paper mache.
Paper mache hand.
What? What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at all the other pictures. I'm laughing at the other pictures. The only really rubbish one that you've done is when you went as a ghost.
Oh yeah.
And because you you'd been somewhere and you couldn't be bothered and you literally just cut some holes in a bed sheet. What's he called? Calm down.
Captain Spaulding.
Captain Spaulding.
Captain Spaulding from House of a Thousand Corpses. That was a good night, that was.
And he actually shaved his hair off. So the next morning, when he didn't have the makeup on, he had a massive beard and no hair at all, and Little Miss screamed the place down.
And then I went to work and
Oh, I was the witch. The green witch.
all right.
When you were Captain Spaulding. That's when we saw Matthew out. Oh, about when you bleached your hair when you went as Freddy.
Yeah. That was dedicated. That was when we had a house party here, wasn't it? And we were the Scooby-Doo gang with Zach and Katie.
And you bleached your hair blonde.
I did.
Would anybody like to see that one? Naz says, I went to Comic Con a few years back as the captain.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favourite fancy dresses.
Somebody wants to become famous.
Oh.
That's nice, isn't it? Can't do it.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite costumes, but I need to grow my beard back if I'm going to do it again. And my hair's getting shaved off in the near future because it's starting to get warm. Oh, there we go. Spam bots, Pete the Priest, you are correct. They are awful. Right then, so I'm going to declare her done. I've had enough. Yeah, I've had enough.
That's not what you know. Oh, I've had enough.
No, okay. No, she's finished. She's finished. Let's. I'm going to put a little bit of white.
Listen,
Back. Yeah.
your screen is delayed. She was absolutely fine.
Okay.
Stay still.
Oh, sorry. So there we go, everybody. What do you reckon to our Harpy? Does she look suitably evil enough? This is. I'm going to declare her finished. My limited palette challenge. I think she's done. Unless anybody can suggest anything. There are some mighty big nipples on that model, says Wicked D. Yeah, well, everybody's different, Wicked D. Some people have big nipples and some people have little nipples. And this lady obviously has rather big nipples.
This is Crazy Fish's.
Awesome. Oh wow, that looks awesome. I love it.
In case you hadn't guessed, Nathan has a delay on his screen.
Yeah. So I'm going to eat a Malteser. I'm going to
Celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate that I've finished painting. So yeah, only an hour over time. Thanks everybody for sticking with us this evening. Hopefully you've enjoyed our stream. Thank you, Wicked D. Were you talking about me or were you talking about the alien? Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Tomorrow night, join us at 7 o'clock where Mrs MLG and I will be painting some orcs from the Dominion box. Thanks for following Parker as 81. Thanks, Crazy Fish. We do enjoy having you all here. We really appreciate it. And yeah. Oh yeah, thanks Naz. Thanks for checking in. And we'll see you all hopefully tomorrow or over the next week. Thanks, Moxie.
Thank you.
Bye.